as an entrepreneur. Now let's see. I'm going to check in. Looks like we do have a pretty active chat. Anybody here new? Anybody here new to the channel? By the way, I just want to kind of get a sense of. I see several regulars here, so welcome and hello to all of the regulars. But I do want to get a sense for if we have anybody new. So maybe you've only seen 1 or 0 of the shows like this. Let me know in the chat if you're new. Okay, so Chanel, I'm going to assume, is new. Sam McGuire is new in Las Vegas. Chicago Clout is new. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I sent out a little text message notification. Knowledge is Power is new. Fantastic. Mina, hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Fix it if I mispronounce that. Mr. Giggs, Francisco Lopez Jr. All right. And then of course we got the regular Daryl Roth here as well. Hey Daryl. Edna's new. Judy is new. Mike Lloyd is new. Robert Folt is kind of new. Susanna is new. Donna is new. Okay, wow, awesome. Got a lot of new people in the audience. So welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. We do this every single Wednesday. Well, I skipped 1 or 2 to be honest there, but we do this almost every Wednesday at this time. And I come on live and we'll do anywhere from 1 to sometimes as many as 4 training segments where I'll take a topic and then I'll teach the audience, how to do it or kind of give some enlightenment or some value in each of those segments on different topics. And today we have one topic really, and that is how to use AI to build a business. And we're also celebrating, by the way. So we have opened up we have a 5-day challenge. So we have a classroom that we do where you spend 5 days with me and we build a business together. It's really cool and it's pretty fun. I'll talk more about that later, but that's kind of in celebration of us reopening our 5-day challenge classroom. So there we have it. And awesome. Yeah, and Robert is asking if this is recorded. So YouTube does record. So when we do live streaming on YouTube, it does record it, and it will be here on the channel. So you can come back and reference it again later. Okay, fantastic. Oh, wow, even more new people. Nestor, Bruce, and a bunch of others. Fantastic. All right, well, I'm curious, how many people here have experimented with kind of using AI to build assets, whether that might be courses. We're going to talk about courses a lot today. I'm a huge fan, as many of you know, about building and either giving away or selling courses. And I mean this for any kind of business. Even if you have a bricks and mortar business, there is a clever and unique way to create a course and use it like bait to attract leads and buyers to your business. So either we give it away and use it as bait.
Sorry, I got cold 4 minutes ago. Bye. Ooh, doesn't that look? Oh, I can't see it. Oh, shoot. Looks like a horse.
Ready?
Huh?
You ready?
Yeah. I was listening to Bill again. He's got another AI. Well, he's using ChatGPT. He's talking about AI. It's a 2-hour show. But I can watch it later. I'm behind.
Hike a trail today, but I don't want to go that far. I was thinking like this trail here.
Whatever you want to do. You gonna eat first, or you gonna hike the trail first?
No, I'm gonna eat first.
Okay.
I was actually thinking maybe even Cedar Mountain. Haven't been on that trail yet.
See by what?
Cedar Mountain.
My mountain.
Right over here.
Oh, yeah. I wondered which one was mine.
You don't have one.
Huh?
I said maybe you don't have one.
I have trees.
It's good enough.
Yeah, I've got 4 or 5 of these programs that I listen to that I pay $5 a month on. I feel like if I feed the raccoons a couple times a week, not all the time, a couple times a week, they don't commit suicide. I'm running around trying to go to the next.
We'll see when winter comes and there ain't much food around.
I know.
They're gonna get more aggressive.
I think this is my 5th winter here.
What's that?
I think this is going to be my 5th winter here.
Fourth.
Told you I can't count. 5th. Sorry. I'll have a triple and a large fry. You want to go over there today?
Where?
Over there.
Over where? The storage place?
The mountains behind the storage place.
Yeah, maybe that's where I want to go. Cedar
Okay,
Mountain.
that's what I was seeing. Worked for me. You know, I sit and listen to the program all day long.
I just want to hike a trail. I still want to go camping for a couple days.
You don't have to yell at me.
Huh?
You don't have to yell at me. I'll go with you if you want.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I think I should stay home and take care of the cats.
I think that's probably a good idea. I think you should drop me off and come pick me up.
I started to think that dropping you off would not be all that bad because I'd be able to figure out what it is. It's a nice car. I would not want to have one. No, he's not working at Wendy's.
But I was thinking of going up Buffalo Pass.
Wherever you want to go.
Well, because the Continental Divide Trail supposedly crosses there, and if I camp close to that, then I can hike a little bit of the trail
I saw
and come back to a camp.
a picture of that Had an accident on the 70.
Oh, did you? Well, it was a rock slide that was in an accident. Or unless you're talking about the semi.
No, there's a bunch of cars that got beat up too. That thing was nasty. That was really, really bad.
I don't know anything about cars getting
Kinds of shit going on.
triple and large.
Triple and large. I put $300 a month in that one. When I get my check, I put $300 in. My attorney keeps on talking about making me financial free, and I don't know what he means by that. I wonder if they found something.
Maybe you should ask him.
Huh?
Ask him.
Yeah. Well, I need to talk to him. I'll talk to him. I think it's got to do with my credit score. Getting that back up to where it was. I don't know. Just guessing.
$45 piece, huh? Saucy nuggets. Saucy nugs.
45 pieces? Okay, that's something you take home.
Approximately 45 pieces.
That's something you take home and give it to your whole family, right?
About 20 bucks, I think, to you guys.
Hey, it smells good in here this time.
Mr. Farter.
You're not Susie. Susie was the deer. I'm gonna get into Google Earth and look around Craig and see what I can find up in the hills. That lady gave me a really nice compliment. Seems like you have some really beautiful stuff out in your videos. Was I a photographer? I said, yeah, YouTube.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Need a triple baconator, large fry, no drink.
Okay.
A triple Dave, large fry, no drink.
Anything else?
10 piece of your spicy honey barbecue nugs.
Do you want ranch or blue cheese as a side?
Blue cheese, please.
Anything else?
That'll it.
$34.58. Thank you.
Assuming you get it right.
Huh?
Assuming you get it right.
I think they will. It smells good in here. So something's cooked right.
I need your swing by the Come and Go before we go up there and grab a drink.
Okay. I'll buy some more drinks. I only have a couple of them anyway. Yeah, this is the old man that works at Walmart. In a different car.
That's an ugly color.
Huh?
That puke colored car that went by is an ugly color.
I didn't see it.
It is gross.
There's your favorite male person.
Hi,
Down the street.
3458.
Can I get a
Do you have
receipt?
little weight on that? If you could pull forward
Can I
that
get a
up there.
receipt?
Can we get a receipt?
What?
A
A
receipt.
receipt, please.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it works.
A little bit of weight, that means the fries are going to be cold. Burgers will be
Maybe.
but the nugs will probably be good. The person before me ordered them, that's why I ordered them too, because I knew they'd be fresh. And it sounded good.
That car.
Ouch.
There's probably a fresh bang too. They might have been in that accident.
Looks like you freaking ran into a guardrail.
Probably what happened too. Poor guy's sitting over there on top of his trailer while they're working on his car. Know what he's thinking? It's just an oil change.
There you go. Happy day.
Thank you. What's going? Is this one yours?
I don't know. They're both triples.
Hmm?
Looks like it. Got lettuce on it.
Best fries I had here in a long time.
Are you warming up, Boo?
Huh?
Are you warming up?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Celebrating the pace of discovery in engineering and science. Learn more at mathworks.com. And the Music Emporium, guitar sellers for more than 50 years. Celebrating the enduring presence of music made on the front porch and center stage. You can learn more at themusicemporium.com.
It's here and now. The Biden administration is taking some extra time to weigh in on the steel industry. U.S. steel wants to be purchased by the Japanese maker Nippon Steel. Politicians on both sides of the aisle,
Way to go, asswipe.
and Kamala Harris,
I had the right of way.
They say it threatens national security. Let's discuss now with Valley Belcher, economics correspondent and editor of MSNBC. Hey, Allie. So, Nippon Steel wants to buy U.S. company for $15 billion. Previous companies say production will remain in this country as well to compete against Chinese steel makers. What are the national security concerns for you?
So these come up a lot. In fact, it just came up in President. So the idea that industrial might and power is necessary for America's defense, that steel is
funds. CFIUS stands for the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S.
We're stopping home
So
so
other
I can use
companies
the
have an
restroom real
extra
quick.
3 months or so to remake their case to this group. And there are many on their side. You have local officials in Pittsburgh, independent analysts who say, hold on, Japan is an American ally. We have more than 50,000 troops in Japan. They also have a reasonable argument.
Yeah, they do, and I think one can argue there's nothing wrong with something like CFIUS, this foreign investment review process, and extending it by 3 months. I think if they extend it by 3 years would be an issue. And they basically, the Biden administration basically told them once, now maybe high school, you've got another 3 months to make your argument. They know what it is. I think part of this is the timing, just getting past the election. It's going to be a little out of trust for somebody. This could be a great deal, it could be a really bad deal. This is sort of kicking the can down the road, given that both presidential candidates at the moment don't want this done.
Well, you've been following President's work for a long time. Now we're in a moment in Israel of skepticism. And in our politics, questioning foreign investment, questioning organization, Trump and Harris, and many politicians are against this deal. You sort of think about the possibility of politics intruding on this federal decision.
Yeah, we probably should, and I think that's true. For years and years and years, we have trade better deals with other companies are a good thing, and there are valid questions now all over the West and in America as to whether they are. So I think
Did we get any mail yesterday?
yeah, politics does intrude in these things. It may not be a bad thing. Let everybody be satisfied that they have the answers they have. Unfortunately, in the
I think
business world,
so.
it doesn't really matter what answers you have or what promises are made. Things unfold the way they do. But I think spending a little time making sure that
we did.
all the the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed is not a terrible thing to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, this decision is to wait. We'll come back to Ellie, talk about it more. Ellie
giving Kenny
Belshon
shit.
is MSNBC anchor.
I was giving
and
Kenny shit
economics
about that truck.
correspondent. Thanks so much.
Kept trying to get it started. I'm like, you gotta give it gas. You gotta put some gas in it. He's like, I know, that was my first thought too.
Colorado Public Radio serves the people of Colorado thanks to generous investments from the community, including from leadership partners. Thank you, Marilyn L. Brown, for your support. There's information about philanthropic giving at CPR.org.
Colorado Public Radio News is just an ask away with your smart speaker. Your smart speaker is a radio. Just say, play CPR News to hear local, national, and international news and all the programs you love on CPR.
Support comes from the Boulder Ballet, offering an evening of music and dance at Civic Green Park in Highlands Ranch for the whole family. 7 p.m. this Saturday. No tickets necessary. BoulderBallet.org.
I'm Kevin Beatty. I'm a photographer and reporter for Denverite. It's always been sort of the concept of Denverite to be a peer with our readers, and being a photojournalist for Denverite means that I'm on the ground all the time to show people that the stories we're talking about are actually happening. It's also a way for us to participate in the city.
The free daily Denverite newsletter comes to your inbox every morning. Sign up at denverite.com, powered by Colorado Public Radio.
Funding for Here and Now comes from the Museum of Science in Boston, dedicated to inspiring a lifelong love of science in everyone, in museums, classrooms, and online, offering engineering design challenges, digital experiences, live presentations, and more. MOS.org. And Loomis Sales, working to fulfill the investment needs of institutional and retail clients worldwide by integrating proprietary research and risk analysis to develop a customized approach for each investor. LoomisSales.com.
From NPR and WBUR, I'm Scott Tong in Washington, D.C.
And I'm Peter O'Dowd in Phoenix. This is Here and Now. According to a new investigation from ProPublica, at least 2 women have died because they couldn't get legal abortions and timely medical care after the federal protections of Roe v. Wade were overturned. One of those women was a 28-year-old Georgia resident named Amber Thurman. She died in 2022 after taking medication to end her pregnancy. Reporter Kavita Sarana wrote the story for ProPublica. Kavita, welcome. Good to speak with you.
Thanks for covering this.
Yeah, and let me start with some of the details from your just excellent reporting. When Amber Thurman found out that she was pregnant, she wanted to get an abortion.
It's up to you.
The procedure had just been banned in Georgia, so she makes an appointment to have one in North Carolina. She gets in the car to drive there with her best friend. It was bumper-to-bumper traffic, so she misses her appointment, and the clinic is completely backed up with other women from out of state. So she has the opportunity to use medication to end the pregnancy. Why don't you pick it up from there and tell us what happened?
Sure. Yes, she had to change her procedure from what's called a D&C procedure to empty the uterus to medication abortion at the last minute.
Yeah, the
It should be
grasshopper
said
in his
that major
mouth.
studies and medical organizations
I
have
don't want to let him
consistently
in.
found that abortion pills are extremely safe when taken correctly, but complications can develop, and in those cases, the patient should immediately go to the hospital, where the standard of care would be to do that D&C to empty the uterus of any fetal tissue that was remaining. This is the same procedure that's used for both abortions and for routine miscarriage care. What we know is that Amber did develop complications, and by the time she went to the hospital, she was developing a serious infection called sepsis. Instead of providing a D&C to Amber right away, the records we obtained show
This thing is burning my
it took
hand.
20 hours before doctors intervened. They talked about it multiple times, and in the meantime, Amber's condition got worse and worse over those hours. Her organs began to fail, and by the time they tried to operate and save her life, it was too late.
Can you explain why they waited more than 20 hours to intervene?
We don't know what was going through the doctors' heads, and the hospitals did not respond to requests for comment. But we have done a lot of reporting on the exceptions in abortion bans. You know, the lawmakers who passed these bans, not just Georgia's, promise that they have exceptions for the life of the mother in medical emergencies. But these laws are written in ways that experts say are confusing, not rooted in science, and they threaten prison time if a prosecutor decides that they're not followed correctly. So doctors have told me, and we've actually reported on cases, you know, where this has happened, that this type of threat can change the dynamics of how they interact with patients. They're no longer able to just follow their oaths and consider what's in the best interest of my patient. Now they also have to consider, if a prosecutor decided to put this under the microscope, if a jury of people with no medical experience looked at this case, would they agree that this abortion was absolutely necessary? So even if a law has some exceptions, when there's the threat of criminal charges and no clarity, it doesn't mean that patients will get the care that they need.
Interesting. Okay, to that point, what exactly does Georgia's law say?
So Georgia's law prohibits doctors from using any pregnancy. Now, removing fetal tissue, such as in Amber's case, is not terminating a pregnancy, medically speaking. But there's a couple considerations doctors have pointed out to me. Could you be accused of assisting to terminate a pregnancy, knowing that somebody had already taken abortion pills? Also, the law only specifies that it's not rooted in medical terminology. It says that it's not considered an abortion.
Zach got that close to you when you went through?
Unborn child that resulted from a spontaneous abortion, and they define that as
He was away from the movie Tires.
Well, exactly, and if you remember, this happened just a
But he
few
was
weeks
kind of
after
close.
the ban had gone into effect. There was no official guidance on how to handle this, and even hospitals didn't have policies. We know that this hospital didn't have a policy. Even now, a task force was formed to help doctors to navigate the ban, but they can't offer legal advice because this is a criminal law, and they don't have the capacity, they say, to interpret that.
Wait, so you're saying that hospitals, this hospital in particular, but what about other hospitals across the state of Georgia? There's no policies in place that help them interpret what a doctor can and cannot do in the event that a woman is pregnant and goes to the hospital in crisis?
We know that hospitals are hesitant to put in place official policies because the laws are written in ways that are not rooted in science or medical terminology. Most hospitals have malpractice lawyers, but these are criminal laws, and that's a whole other arena. So they're often hesitant to specifically advise their doctors about what they can and cannot do under a law like this.
Healthcare professionals
I
had
remember when I was
warned
a kid.
before this law went into effect that
The guy
these
put this
sorts
in the
of
middle
deaths could or would
I did that to somebody.
I'm curious how the lawmakers
You saw me smile.
any taking responsibility or at the
He
very
came back,
least trying to
flipped me
clarify
off.
when a doctor can
His
step
mom
in
yelled
to
at
save
him.
lives.
I don't think you
We've
apologize.
done a lot of reporting on this. If you go to ProPublica's website, you can read it. Republicans who passed these laws
I
have
met him in school.
consistently
He was
waived
a
off
couple
these
pages.
concerns. I
Governor
can
Iowa
say,
says,
ever
I'm
since
sorry.
these laws
I
were
didn't mean to
written,
get you in
major
trouble.
medical organizations, patients
So, yeah, I
themselves who have these experiences have been speaking up and warning that the language of these bans is not clear and could lead to women dying unnecessarily. In some states we've written about, doctors have proposed even small changes to the laws that they say would help avoid situations like this. And over again, we've seen that major anti-abortion organizations don't want those changes. They've actually told us they would prefer to keep these laws as strict as possible, even when it comes to health care
That bargain
matters.
barn is
And
kind
so
of a
far,
rip-off.
we've seen a lot of Republican
What
legislators listen to them.
Bargain barn.
I'm thinking about the woman who is
Kind of a
listening
rip-off.
to this in Georgia or another state with strict laws on abortion. What are they supposed to do if they start to experience complications after a medication abortion? What's the answer for them?
If women in Georgia experience, or in other states that have abortion bans, experience complications after taking medication abortion, they should absolutely be prepared to advocate for themselves. I spoke to someone just last week who had this happen to them. They should be prepared to advocate for themselves because we know that delays in care are happening due to these bans.
Kavita Sara is a reporter with ProPublica. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Schools across the country are installing vape detectors to alert staff when students use e-cigarettes
Are you
in
gonna buy gas?
restrooms and locker rooms. Officials say these
Not from
detectors
that
are a
far.
valuable tool against teen smoking and nicotine addiction. And as NPR's Scott Newman reports, many school districts are paying for these vape detectors with money from legal settlements with a large e-cigarette maker.
At Lincoln East High School in Nebraska, senior Elizabeth Mason says there are fewer students using e-cigarettes in restrooms since vape detectors were installed last year.
The people in there are actually in there for the right purposes. There's less people just like vaping out in the open in the bathroom.
For years, school districts have been trying to curb vaping. Many, like Lincoln Public Schools, are now tapping into money they've received from settlements with e-cigarette giant Juul Labs. 2 years ago, some 5,000 lawsuits brought by states, counties, and school districts were settled for $1.7 billion. Some of that money is being used to install high-tech monitors that resemble home smoke detectors. The devices send an electronic alert to school staff if vape smoke is detected. The pilot program at Lincoln East started last October. In the first week of operation, school officials got nearly 100 alerts. By Christmas break, the number had dropped to just 4. Ryan Sabawa is the district's director of student services.
Prior to the position of high school principal in our school district and saw firsthand how big of a problem this was in our customers was. We know kids were doing it, but you couldn't prove it.
At Lincoln East, if a student is caught, they are required to take a vaping awareness class. They also could be suspended. But some believe the detectors are best used as a screening tool to help students who vape, instead of punishing them.
It's not a gotcha.
That's Caravana, the superintendent of the Lincoln Union Free School District on Long Island, New York. The district has installed vape detectors in its middle school.
It's not a goal to try to catch someone, to suspend them, and to make an example out of them. Addiction is a powerful thing, and it's a problem, and we want to address that before it becomes even more of a problem.
Vape detectors are relatively new, so their impact in schools is not entirely clear. However, a new report from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration shows that student use of e-cigarettes is declining. Scott Newman, NPR News, Washington.
You're listening to Here and Now.
Support comes from Credit Union of Colorado with over 50,000 ATMs plus mobile banking. They are dedicated to offering services of dignity with a heart. Credit Union of Colorado. CUofCO.org.
Ernst, our resident chef, to chat quick and easy menu ideas. Hey, Kathy.
Hey there. I'm glad I'm fabulous.
Yes, you are.
You are.
And look, Kathy, I feel fortunate that my schedule does allow me time to cook dinner because I get off relatively early on the West Coast. But that doesn't mean I have a lot of energy to cook every night. So when people say to you, I'm too busy or I'm too tired to cook, how do you soothe them?
Well, I mean, this is a refrain that I hear from so many people, from people with young children to people that don't have kids or don't have them at home. It's just this time of year where everything ramps up, but scheduling dinner and making things simple is not that complex. I mean, you want to kind of be well organized and maybe do a few things ahead of time, but it doesn't have to be elaborate. For instance, I have a winter squash soup, a nod to the changing season.
Here,
Okay, this is a vegetarian soup. It can also be vegan, or you can top it with meat. It has an incredible creamy texture that makes you think that there is cream in it, but there is not. You saute leeks or onion in olive oil, salt and peppers, and crumbled thyme, and then you add a chopped winter squash like a honey nut, butternut, acorn, and then you add splash of white wine and some vegetable stock, or if you like chicken stock, that is it. It simmers, you let it cool down a little, you throw it in the blender or food processor. This is a great soup to take you through several meals. It can be dinner, it can go in the thermos to go to work or lunch, and you can top it with croutons or Greek yogurt or pumpkin seeds or ground cumin, a million different toppings to make it more substantial or just on its own.
Yes, and something crunchy on my soup. I love like a crouton.
Me too.
Is there one squash, if you could pick one, that you like best for the soup?
You know, there are these little squash, they're in the shape of a butternut, but they're called honey nut, and they're exceptionally sweet, and they have a great creamy texture. They're not the easiest to find, but at farmers markets, if you look for them, you'll find them. But really any, not gigantic, but a small winter squash will work beautifully.
Oh, that sounds good. So I'm hesitant to move on to the next one, which is a lemony white bean and herb salad. Talk about that one.
Well, this is sort of my trying desperately to hold on to summer. You can cook the white beans yourself if you have a lot of time, where you just soak them overnight and simmer them up. But you absolutely can use canned beans, in which case you want to drain them in a strainer, gentle cold water over them and strain it again. You want to remove all the flavor of the tin that it's been in. And this gets mixed with sauteed scallions and parsley and basil and a lot of grated lemon zest and lemon juice. There's your sort of summery bright flavor. And then cherry tomatoes or ripe tomatoes, which are still in season, olive oil, and feta cheese if you like. Now this is a main course, or it can be a side dish, or you spread it on a plate and top it with slices of grilled fish or grilled chicken or grilled meat or tofu. So it can be your main thing, or it can be a side dish. Again, great for lunch, for work, or school.
Wow, okay. This last recipe, I feel like is for me because, as my spouse tells me, I've graduated into middle age and I finally eat eggplant. So here we go, Gene. Spicy sausage and eggplant pasta. And you tell us how to do it in a classic Sicilian dish. What is it?
It's called pasta alla norma, which really features the eggplant. And here what you do is you take a whole eggplant, you do nothing to it. You either throw it on a hot grill or you throw it under the broiler until it deflates. It's going to take about 15 minutes, and the flesh is going to get soft and creamy. You have to do nothing to it. You take it out once the entire, think of the eggplant as glue, and then it shrinks. And then you let it cool, you peel it, you chop it up, you saute it with some spicy Italian sausage out of the casing, and then you add your favorite tomato sauce, and it is the kind of sauce that tastes like it's been simmering all day, and you can make this in under an hour. And this is the kind of dish that I mean when I say you don't have to go nuts putting Wednesday night dinner on the table.
Scott, I'm still thinking about you graduating into middle age with
Yeah, just
Foundation, offering adventures for adults in more than 100 countries. Learn more at roadscholar.org/explore.
I'm Jeremy Hobson. The presidential candidates have very different views about the need to pursue its value to the United States. Call us with 844-BILL. 464-9353. Join us next time.
Thursday night and Sunday at 7 CPR News and KFCC.
This is CPR News, 91.5 FM, KPRN Grand Junction, 88.3 FM, KPRH Montrose, 88.3 FM, APYR Craig, and at CPR.org.
Support comes from Colorado, presenting Sleeping Beauty, the classic fairy tale of true love's kiss, awakens at the Ellie Calkins Opera House October 4th through 13th. Tickets at coloradoballet.org. Support comes from Grass-Fed Fine Linens and Furnishings.
I think there's
with
cedar
locations
trees,
in Cherry
actually.
Creek North and Boulder. Learn about their ethically sourced down fine European linens for bed and bath, plus their September event at grassfedfinelinens.com.
That was up at the top.
Mount Sniffles is one of Colorado's most spectacular peaks and a photographer's favorite. It's the
That's a rough
mountain
trail.
on the face of the new Colorado driver's license, and it's named after a volcano in Iceland.
Wow, they
That
had a fire
volcano
here.
in faraway
Uh-huh.
Iceland is where the heroes of a
Right.
Julius Verne novel began their journey to the center of the
That's
earth.
recent.
And that fact may be the reason Colorado's mountain got the name. Or it may be because the western side of Mount Sniffles looks like a volcanic crater. Also unknown, the names of those who made the first recorded ascent in 1873. Ever since, mountaineers have braved a near vertical world of sharp ridges, icy slopes, and ragged peaks to reach the summit. Others four-wheel as far as possible and then hoof it up the last mile or so.
I think I'm just gonna throw it out.
What's that? Just your burger?
I was gonna give it to the cats, but I thought no. cactus plants got me.
I was wondering what happened.
Huh?
I was wondering what happened.
Well, I ain't taking that out. Cat's gonna get it. They bit into my pants. Bleeding everywhere. No, it didn't pierce my skin. Just the tip of it. That hurt. It still hurts. My shoes, my socks. Ow, 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 ow. God damn it, they're all over the bottom of my shoes. Oh. Oh. I can't get it off. It's on my sock. Got it. Man, both my shoes have been intact. Well, this one just got the one that I threw out. Wonder how many people go down there and go, ow!
I imagine a few.
Randy, this is the bottom of my shoe after the cactus attack. Why are you sorry? Ow! Damn it! Here comes the one you have to pay us $10 to park here. He waved. He was a warden. Jesus. All over this. It's all over the shoes. Stickers everywhere. You sorry. Tempted to throw out the fucking shoes. Won't be hiking in them in a while. Things. That's the worst of it. God. I thought it was away from, they were buried under the grass. Ow. Toe hurts. don't know how to get them off. It's not so bad. Both shoes. Why do we have the paper?
I got some tweezers if you need it.
No. Almost got it.
That happened to me in my slip-on shoes.
Huh?
I said that happened to me in my slip-on shoes this last summer. Got a hold of some cactus and it was all stuck to the bottom, poking through into my shoe and my foot.
You stick to everything.
Yeah.
It's the sad part about it.
Well, cactus has got burrs. Like a fish hook.
This is only the first shoe. Got the worst of it. Watch out, there's cactus in the trash can.
What's that?
There's cactus stuff in the trash can. Wow.
The tweezers, baby.
No. I'm already hurting, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't even care if it kills me. Thank you. Fuckers are everywhere, you just don't see them. Huh?
Yep.
No.
You gonna hike up the trail with me, or are you gonna hang here?
I'm gonna sit here. I don't wanna hike up the trail.
Well, I'm gonna go up a little ways.
Where's the trail anyway?
It's right over here. I think it goes up this valley. Because it looks like it gains a little bit, and then it circles around the top, and then comes back down.
I don't want to deal with those cactuses again.
I don't think I'm going to do the whole 3-mile loop, but I'm going to go up a little bit and turn around and come back.
Okay.
Unless I see some cool rock field, then I might just wander off the trail. But I'll be right in this area. Alright, love you, baby. I got my keys.
Bye.